Welcome to something to talk about. Yeah, really loud. Welcome to something to talk about.
You heard the girl. Welcome to something to talk about. My name is Taco, and we're doing another Let's Talk About the Difference. That's when I take a character from them Game of Thrones books and compare it to one of them Game of Thrones shows. Well, there's only one Game of Thrones show, but there's two dragon shows, and we're talking about this one right now, the one that Harwin Strong is in. So we are comparing Harwin Strong from the book Counterpart, who he was in the Fire and Blood Vol.1 book, and he's in the first season of House of Dragon. Spoilers! Spoilers for House of the Dragon, and of course, the books too. And I need to start seeing spoilers more often. Okay, first, I'm going to cover the house, because that's what I do here. I like talking about houses. I'm a lore guy. I like to show people sigils. People know who House Strong is, but we're going to talk about House Strong. And then we're going to do show Counterpart. And then the book Counterpart from Fire and Blood, which are both pretty short. If I stopped rambling right now, I'd actually get done with this video pretty quick. And then we're going to talk about the differences. And spoiler alert, not as much compared to normal. Weird. All right. House Strong. House Strong of Harrenhal is a noble house in the Riverlands. Their main seat was Harrenhal. Like other families who have been in possession of Harrenhal, their family died out. Yeah, it was cursed. Cursed by that hubris of Hair in the Black. They blazoned their arms with a, can't say that word, tripartite. Tripartite. Pale blue, red, and green on white, representing the three forks of the trident. It's river symbolism for you guys. Symbol riverism. During Aegon's conquest, House Strong followed House Tully in rebellion against Harren Hor, king of the Isles and Rivers, supporting instead House Targaryen. Sir Osmond Strong was named Hand of the King, even though he didn't even have a seat. Guy made it to Hand. Crazy. Lucamore Strong was named as King Jaehaerys Kingsguard in 56 AC. Then Jaehaerys named Lucamore's brother, Sir Bywin Strong, the Lord of Harrenhal in 73. So Lucamore set them up with Harrenhal, and his, like, whatever, great, dad, whatever, was, or probably not even that much, probably granddad, yeah, was the Hand of the King, and he didn't even get set up for Harrenhal. Well, I guess there was already still somebody in Harrenhal, but like, give me a seat, dude. All right, give me a chair, give me a seat. Okay, now let's get into Harwin Strong, show version. Look at this handsome devil. Look at him go. In the television adaptation House of the Dragon, Harwin is portrayed by Ryan Core. You're a handsome man, Ryan. Not gonna lie. Harwin Strong, popularly called Breakbones, was a strong and sexy knight. I added that part in specifically. I like the cut of his jib. Of House Strong, he was the eldest son and heir to Lord Lionel Strong of Harrenhal and the brother of Larry Strong, the Clubfoot. He is said to be the strongest man in all the Seven Kingdoms. All right, he doesn't look like World's Strongest Man material. Like, when they wanted to show a strong guy with a mountain, they literally went and got one of the world's strongest men, right? Harwin just looks like a big dude. Like, I wouldn't mess with him in a bar. I don't think he's going to be, like, flipping, pickup trucks or whatever World's Strongest Men do. Maybe, I don't know. Judge a book by its cover and stuff. Okay. Did they have pickup trucks back then? I think they did. At the royal hunt in Kingswood, on Prince Aegon Targaryen's second name day, he gives Rhaenyra a flirty look. She's all coming back, all covered in blood after, like, killing something, and he's like, looking good, princess. Millhouse, lower those eyebrows. And the other one. All right. Harwin, where was I? At Rhaenyra and Laenor's Later Valerian's pre-wedding feast, Harwin briefly dances with Rhaenyra before being asked by Daemon to switch places. Later, when a brawl happens because Crispin Cole is a jerk, has to beat up Joffrey Longbottom. It's Longbottom, right? It's Loudmouth. Breakbones here picks her up and gets her to safety. He like knocks everybody out of the way and runs. It's pretty cute. After the time skip, we have a little one of those time skips there. We find out Harwin becomes a Lord Commander of the City Watch of King's Landing and becomes King's Landing and Rhaenyra's lover, fathering 3 bastard children, Jacaerys, Lucerys, and Joffrey. Whoa, he's having bastard kids with the princess. What's up? After he beats the tar out of Crispy Cole, he gets sent back to Harrenhal. His father gets permission to travel with him there. While there, Lionel is awakened by a fire set by Larry's agents in the night. Yeah, they're his brother, Larry's Clubfoot. Harwin rushes to his father's chamber door, but it's sealed shut and the ceiling collapses on them, killing both of them. And that's the end. So I told you, spoilers, man. He died. He was at home and a fire got started and it was his brother's men. I like that he cut their tongues out and then he's like, now go do something really hard and complex. All right. I mean, all right. This isn't a thing about Larry's Clubfoot. Maybe after the show, once we know how they finish Larry's Clubfoot, but he's a pretty big character. All right. So that's what we got for show. Big, handsome guy. Flirty looks to Rhaenyra, saves her a couple times, time skip. They got a couple bastard kids, and I'm, like, look at him holding that baby there. Hey, look at him. He's like, ooh, we made this. He's adorable. I like this guy. All right, let's get to the books. Breakbones, the books, or just book. Harwin Strong, known as Breakbones, was a knight from House Strong and the heir to Harrenhal. He also served as captain of the City Watch of King's Landing. Breakbones was said to be the strongest man in the 7 kingdoms in his day. He was described as being massive and redoubtable. Can't redoubt him, that's for sure. Lives up to the name Strong, I'd say. That's it. I didn't get too much from him. He's not really that huge of a character in the books. We're like, you'll see what I mean. Like, because how Fire and Blood is written, it's really condensed. Right? So it's not like we have a lot of scenes like, the show does. So it's just like, and Harwin was there. Harwin's like this. We're pretty sure Harwin's doing some stuff. Like, it's written from like history, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. In a 105, Sir Harwin was brought to court by his father, Lord Lionel Strong, alongside his younger brother, Larys, and his 2 sisters. Yeah, they got sisters. Harwin was made a captain in the gold cloaks of King's Landing. So his daddy, Lionel, was like another really big dude, but he was actually really smart. He forged a couple links of a maester's chain, and even though he comes off as really slow, he's actually really intelligent. And he starts off as master of the laws and eventually becomes the hand for Viserys. Right? Okay. Right. According to Mushroom, the court fool who loved to gossip and say inappropriate stuff. Anytime I'm going to say, according to Mushroom, it's going to be like dirty. It's going to be dirty. He's a dirty little fool. All right. In 113 AC, Harwin, one night returning to the Red Keep from a night of reveling in the capital, happened upon a spurned Rhaenyra Targaryen. Yeah, that's right, Princess Rhaenyra, who was rejected by Crispy. So she has this whole thing in the books, right, where she really is in love with Crispy Cole, and possibly, if you want to believe Mushroom, that Daemon shows her how to do intimate stuff, and he's like, go try that, and then she does. This is just according to Mushroom. We don't know what happened for sure. We know which way the book went. And then he's like, Damon's like, ooh, you should try this stuff. And then she's like, hey, Crispy, you wanna bang? My uncle showed me a bunch of dirty stuff to do. And he's like, yeah, giant pass there. Get out of here. And then as she's leaving, the next person she sees is Harwin Strong, like, hey, how's your night going? This is my Harwin Strong. And she's like, I just got spurned from somebody who I had no business trying to bang. He's got a white cloak. And he's like, well, mine's just gold. That's how it happened. All right. And she took solace in his company. Harwin took her maidenhead, and they were found in bed together by Mushroom the following morning. Geez, Mushroom, getting all the gossips. So that likely happened because it's Mushroom, so we're not sure, right? So for those of you who do not know, during the era of Dance of Dragons and beforehand, pretty much all of the Fire and Blood, it's not written straight up by one person. It's essentially like what we know for sure, and then 3 different versions of every event. And Mushrooms is always like, and they're doing dirty stuff. That's his style. All right, 114 AC, Princess Rhaenyra granted Harwin her favor for the tourney celebrating her wedding to Laenor Velaryon. She married Laenor. And her new husband gave his favor to Joffrey Lonmouth. Sounds familiar. During the melee, Kristen Cole broke Harwin's collarbone, right? Harwin Strong's collarbone, and shattered his elbow. Jeez. Mushroom mocked him afterwards as broken bones after this event. Breakbones, more like broken bones. I'm Mushroom. All right. Cole wasn't done with that. He didn't just want a measly collarbone and elbow. He straight up wrecked Joffrey during the melee, breaking his helm with his Morning Star, leaving Joffrey to die from his wounds days later. Whoa! Thereafter, Harwin was a consistent presence at Rhaenyra's side and was foremost member of the Blacks. That's Rhaenyra's faction at court, ever at her side. So, Queen Alicent kind of like starts making the greens, right, over here. Like, you got your high towers and half the Strongs. Right? Well, one of the Strongs. And then, well, maybe. We don't actually know Larys Strong really liked the greens until later. We don't really know what he was into. The book Larys is crazy. So show Larys. Anyways, this isn't about Larys. Stop trying to make it about Larys. And then you have the Blacks, which like Harwin is, and then like the Velaryons and stuff. That's Rhaenyra's side. So those are 2 factions. So after he gets his butt kicked from Crispy Cole, he's like, all right, man, like sides are drawn, man, and I'm on this side. You're over there. Fight me. All right, let's see what happened. The Strong Boys. In late 15 AC, according to Septon Eustace, during the birth of Rhaenyra's second son, Lucerys. Both Rhaenyra's husband and Sir Laenor and Breakbones were in attendance at her bedside. When Rhaenyra moved to Dragonstone after the rivalry with Queen Alicent and the Greens grew to just be too much, Breakbones went with her in her personal sworn shield. Due to the, quote, common look of Rhaenyra's boys, all 3 of them, and their dark hair, many speculated the princes were actually Harwin's bastard sons. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just slightly different. I'll get to that in the differences, but yeah, we're pretty sure at least some people were. The hot goss was that Harwin was actually the daddy of the heirs to the throne. It's a pretty big deal. In 120 AC, after Prince Aemon Targaryen called Rhaenyra's sons Strongs, and a brawl broke out, I believe somebody lost an eye, Harwin was removed as Princess Rhaenyra's champion by King Viserys, and he returned to Harrenhal, being replaced by Sir Eric Cargill of the Kingsguard. Harwin died in a fire at Harrenhal that same year. Dun, dun, dun. With it also killing his father. Wow, Lord Lionel Strong. The fire was said to be accidental and blamed on the curse. If I could blame all my screw-ups on a curse, I so would. Sorry, it's a curse why I love eating smash burgers and Twinkies all the time. It's a curse. That's not my fault. I'm cursed. Other non-mystical suspects that are not curses include Prince Daemon Targaryen, whose motive would have been eliminating a rival for Princess Rhaenyra's affections. All right. I mean, I don't put it past him. Lord Corlys Velaryon as revenge for Harwin cuckolding his son. Harwin's brother Larys to claim the inheritance of Harrenhal, and King Viserys I to eliminate a man who brought dishonor to his house. So those are the main suspects. And yeah, so now he's dead. So we can talk about the differences. The differences, not many. Harwin never gets his butt kicked by Crispy in the show. He never gets that broken bones thing. In fact, it's kind of the other way around during a training session. So, and other few changes, but I actually think they nailed this character. I pictured him much bigger because in the book, he's like huge. Like that's how I've always pictured him. But I think Ryan Corr does a good job. Ryan Corr does a good job. The quote strong boys are left a little more vague in the book. So Rhaenys, as in Laenor Strong's mom, Rhaenys Velaryon Rhaenys Targaryen actually has black hair from her Baratheon mother, Jocelyn Baratheon. So it makes a little more sense. It's a little more vague in the books. And sure, you could just assume the strong boys are strong boys, but there is a little wiggle room with it being propaganda because this is written way later on. I now could write a book that's a historical book about 200 years ago and be like, oh, did you know this president's sons had this color hair? What are you going to do? You're going to go prove it? You know, like, it's easy to write propaganda later on, right? And also there are rumors, and there's political rumors all the time, you know, and that doesn't make them true. It doesn't mean they're not. And the fact that they have dark hair is weird that all three of them do. And they also have the coat's common looks. I think they got like pug noses too. So they do have facial features that are strongish, right? The seed is strong. But the black hair thing is like not as weird because even though they make Rhaenys the queen who never was in the show have blonde hair, like Valerian hair, she actually has dark hair of Baratheons in the books. So it's left, at least how I've always interpreted it, a little more vague than like it's not vague at all in the show. They're bastards, right? Okay, cool. Moving on. Besides that, it came down to what caused the fire and killed Harwin and his dad. They went with the clubfoot starting it, like in order to get into good graces of his queen and to become the new Lord of Harrenhal. It's not a bad call. I think he was most likely subject to do it in the book. In conclusion, I think they did a pretty good job with Harwin. Yeah, him getting his collarbone and stuff broken, and also the death of Joffrey Lonmouth is very different. But that's more of changes to Christmas Coulson. His name is Christmas Coulson. But yeah, opposed to Harwin. But yeah, kind of not big enough, and also never gets the Broken Bones nickname. But besides that, they did a pretty good job, I think. So that's it. You want to get out of here? Who do you guys want me to cover next? I already know who my next four are, and I did a little poll for that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you're having a good day. And let me know what you think of Harwin Strong, good old Broken Bones himself. And peace.